She's
What's up, racing kids? Speed Zone TV here tonight. Robert Warren's up in the booth for Lightning Esports. Season number 4 at Michigan International Speedway. Drivers are just rolling out of the pits. This is round 2, race number 1, where 8 drivers are duking it out. Let's take a quick look at the race info. So you've seen this weather before: 78 degrees, partly cloudy, 2-mile-an-hour winds, 45 humidity. Those skies are going to be super duper clear for this Speedway action tonight on Speed Zone TV. Ridden up. Got Khan on the pole, Warren's on the outside pole, Henry in 3rd, Wright in 4th, Luttrell 5th, Oaks 6th, McKee 7th, Lauder in 8th. Shout out to his baby mamas. Burke in 9th. Rideout in 10th. 11th is Chris Schuessler. Jordan in 12th. 13th of Ridgway. 14th of Pottle. And that's going to be our field for tonight. Lights are off on the pace car. The 11 car going to be controlling the start here. Last week at Dover, we watched the whole field do a ballet dance right into the outside wall on the green. Like, hopefully we got a little bit more grip here tonight. Pace car's in. Green is out. 11 Machine gets a good start. He's unfortunately been eliminated from the playoffs with interstate issues. Robert Kahn wasn't able to cross over the border of state lines. The drag race down the backstretch. .25 of Wright on the high side behind Henry. Henry takes over the lead going into turn 1. Got some new paint. I don't know if that's made him faster, but it sure helped him find the wall. He brushed it on the entry of 1. Take a look at Henry's paint here. Wright's looking on the inside. Mountain Dew, no more liquor and wine, or wine? No, Traveler's Whiskey. Now Wright looking on Henry as the keys in behind. 70 laps tonight. 3 in the books. Started on the pole. The 11 machine has already fallen 4 spots back. He's likely pocketing some tire. Currently battling the 20 machine of Oaks, who was last week's winner. Single file all the way to the rest of the back of the field. It's looking pretty decent here on out. Like, we're going to get some green flags stops. Likely the pit window is going to be about around lap 30. Head out to our sponsor tonight, VBR, Von Bollinger Racing, putting on the 80 lapper at Michigan tonight. Well, I guess 70 laps. Those are our sponsors rolling in the bottom right-hand side of the screen. Shout out to them, making it possible for everyone to view the race. Henry doing a good job of maintaining pace there, putting a little gap on right, 3/10. Ian behind, Oaks in 4th, getting around. That Warren's. That's Warren's and Schuessler on the high side. Oaks gets around, Kahn in behind, Luttrell, Pottle, and Burke. That red machine there, you can see the back side of the screen. Last season's champ, Luttrell, won it in the final race on an off strategy that was able to just get her done. The key making a run now. Henry's running up by the wall, doing a good job running that high side. They're 3 wide out of 4. Pinches down a little bit and right backs out. Little door contact there. He's going to be able to complete the pass and be our new leader. Single file all the way back. Field here. Like McKee was pocketing a little bit of tire, and he's opened up 2/10. Well, the race is happening here. Let's take a look at our playoff drivers. Make sure that you guys know them. See that Oaks is the 20 machine. We've talked about him. Warren's in the 90, right in the 25. Luttrell, that red machine, last season's champ in the 00. Rideout in the 76 machine. Stephen Lauda, the 11. Thanks for his wife letting him get on the computer tonight. He's normally not allowed out of the house. And Chris Schuessler, he was our wild card this round, alongside Burke, who is a straight-up entry. So those are the 8 drivers competing. We're going to be watching them all night with 14 cars in the field. These guys are looking to battle it out for a 2-race average. And then we're at Homestead in 2 weeks to crown a champion. Phoenix next week. There's going to be some great racing there. He's doing a good job managing his equipment here. I'm going to look at the 20 machine. Normally where you start to see some tire wear be a factor. A lot of the drivers are running the high side down the straightaways and maintaining a gap. Kind of very important to maintain that arrow. 95 of Burke is up a couple spots. In his RBS Ford. One of our playoff drivers, we'll be watching for him. These guys are going to want to finish, you know, out of those drivers, they're going to want to finish in the top 4 or so to make sure that they have a little bit of an edge going into the following week at Phoenix for their 2-race average. Do it and do it. Blue Chew McGee is doing it up on the pole. In case you're wondering, he's wearing sweatpants. Started his march forward now. That's the 11 machine. His Sports Clip Toyota. Drivers doing an excellent job here of using all lanes of the track here, but majority of them have started to drift up to the high side. Big charge of the corner of that 78 machine, looking to get a run on the 3 of Ridgeway. He's going to be able to complete the pass down the backstretch here. 11 machine is slowly hitching in on the 15 of Blue Chew. He's locked onto the bumper, pushing him down the backstretch. And see how the 11 machine just backs up the entry of the corner ever so slightly, which is probably pocketing a little bit of tire. He's going to get a run on the outside here. It's going to be a drag race down the front stretch into 1. Blue Chew on the bottom, the 11 of Sports Clips on the high. I don't know who's got the bigger sponsor dollars here. If we see a slide, nope. Our new leader is our once pole sitter, showing that he can save tire and make pace still. Taking a look at the Mountain Dew machine, Chevy powered of Henry. Drivers are playing for keeps in round number 2. Picking them down. 20 underway. 61 has entered the pits of Schuessler. Trying an offbeat strategy here. Our leader, the 21, labeled as the 11. Somebody got his vinyl mixed up. Couple tenths quicker than the field now. Still that 15 machine, you can see him charging the entry of the corner still. Odd line down the backstretch, running the low side of 3 and 4. Well, explains it all as the 15 machine is coming down the pits. Alongside 25 of Wright. On board with Warren's in his, oh yeah, Kool-Aid machine. Qualified, or sorry, the best laps are around low 39s, 39.23. They've fallen off to almost 40-second laps. Yellow is out. Don't want to see that for the peeps. Let's take a look at what happened here. We're on board with the 25 machine for Speed Zone TV instant replay. Leaving the pits here. Inside wall, loops it. Slides up on the track. And that's going to bring out our first caution of the night. Definitely don't want to see that for him. Tough break right there. That's going to allow everyone else to green flags stop, but that's going to catch Schuessler, McKee, and Wright a lap down. Tough break for that 25 machine because it would have been interesting to see how the pit strategies worked out. But these gold tires are hard to get a hold of coming out of the pits. Drivers are going to all come down pit lane here, except for the 3 that had already pitted. See, we're going to have an interesting battle now that strategy's settled out between Khan in the 11, Horns in the 90, Burke 95, Oaks in 20, Ridgeway in the 3 machine. Those are going to be our top 5 coming in here. Everyone bolting on new rubbers. Take a quick break here and roll our sponsor video. I'll just shout out to those guys for a second. "27 laps on the board. We're coming around to 28. Be taking the green on lap 29. Next week, we're headed to Phoenix, Arizona. Gonna be a hot one. Very different driving style as well compared to Michigan International Speedway. Very long, swooping corner. Turns 1 and 2, and then the old 3 and 4, and now the new 3 and 4, or the old 1 and 2. Man, it's confusing. You know, a tight high bank corner. Lights are off on the pace car. Time to get back to action. Don't believe the champ Luttrell has pitted. Oh, he did. Hit it before the caution came out, but was able to get back out on the lead. Shouldn't be any advantage there. The other drivers with the later tires, there's very little wear on those. McGee shuffled back in 7th after getting caught. Interesting to see what happens here. Green is out. Luttrell gets away good. Burke on the outside. A little squirrely from a couple of those drivers. Might be having flashbacks at Dover. The high side prevails. That's Burke is our new leader with Oaks in behind. Burke dropping to take the bottom line's runaway. Break up the draft. Oaks looking like he's trying to put a little pressure on that 95 machine while still battling the bottom side as Luttrell. See, when Burke cuts the track there, it stalls out the 00. Good heads-up driving here. Burke's doing a great job of managing both lines, but it looks like Oaks might get a little bit of a run here. They're tight. 3 wide down the front stretch. Just getting spicy. Ridgway drifts up. Now 3 wide into 1. These guys aren't done. A lot of pressure up front here. That's how you know it's the playoffs. Burke needs a little help on the high side. Oaks is running the middle. A little bit of draft on either of the back of those cars is going to help them propel forward. Burke's able to clear. Still seeing drivers run both the high and the low side and make comparable times. Oh no. Looks like Henry was sliding out of control there, but he's able to get it back under control. Not sure if that was just a looseness or if he had a little help. Ridgway charging hard. He wants to lead a lap here. Rush of the wall for Oaks as Ridgway clears up. They're going to battle down the backstretch now. Auto there further back rushes the wall. Let's see what happens here going into turn 3. It's right, charging hard on the bottom side. Burke still just showing the way for everyone around the track as they chase him on lap number 36. Oh, little contact there. Have to go back and take a look at what happened. Take a look at our Speed Zone TV instant replay there. It looked like there was contact between the 20 and the 3 car. Went to a good old far chase cam because we love the far chase cam. Tough one to call, but it kind of looks like that Oaks came up on the 3 machine slightly. Likely not happy when he, came up, but when he came up, he was clear. Gets a little bump there, but then comes back up. That was some nose damage there for 90 of Warren's. As well. See that left front tire dancing around. Doesn't look very stable whatsoever. Back to live action here. These drivers are going to be rolling down the pits. Drivers are away. King Henry coming in. Lap 27 was the last time Henry was in. Might be just sticking with the original plan, the original pitch strategy. Take a second to roll our sponsor vid. No, we're seeing the mix of drivers that have come in, and you have to wonder, are they on the cusp of making the entire the race here? And I believe it's possible to. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going to get ready to pull them tight one more time. That's our second caution of the night. Henry is going to be our leader. He's choosing the outside. Drivers have a choice to choose where they want to start. That'll put Jordan on the bottom. Green is out. Henry does a good job of getting away, just a car length. Can't see anyone taking tires here, but it's too soon to tell if there's going to be a fast pony in the show. That'll give you an indication if somebody's bolted on tires. Leader Chris Jordan in that 78 machine. Well, just for a second, Henry's rocking the outside again. Couple 3 wides. Anyone have the gusto to take tires? We're going to see in about 5-10 laps who's got the most speed. Henry doing a good job running the outside with Luttrell in behind, and then McKee in the blue machine, Birkin behind him. And right in the 25 makes it back on the lead lap after an earlier spin. Crossover from Kahn on the 25. Shooting down to the bottom. Got to break up that draft. And that's what these drivers have been doing on lap 42 of 70. '21 machine of Kahn charging to the front. I remember before that caution, he had fallen back quite a ways, so that caution likely allowed him to regain that advantage he had saved on tires by being able to push harder now. He charging under Henry in turns 3 and 4. Gonna clear the high side. Lap 44 under the waves. Not able to clear. Henry gets a run on the outside. Luttrell in behind with Wright as well. Kahn's trying hard. On the high side, McKee's not going to be able to clear. Kahn's going to get a run or the crossover. Kahn's got the momentum here. Let's see how hard he attacks the corner. And it's a full send on the bottom. Wants to make it stick, and he's going to clear the 15 machine for the lead. And in behind, that's Luttrell, Henry, and Wright. And looks like we got a smoker. Not sure what happened there. That's 61 of Schuessler. And the 11 of Even Louder. A little bit of a charge from right. Last lap, he was running the same pace as 21 Con. The 25 machine is in the hunt. "23 laps to go." There's not a lot of time. You're gonna have to ask yourself the question, do these drivers have enough fuel to make it the whole way, or is somebody gonna fall short? Warren's making the move on Henry and looking under Burke there. The drag race down the front stretch for these two. Everyone else looking to be single file. You can see that outside line always gets a great run. Trail is trying the lower side. Warren's drifts up to take the run away from Burke. Let's see if Burke looks on him. All the drivers drop. Fall in line, get that draft. Burke settles in to P6. Well, Warren's looks to make a charge. Looking at our lap times last time around, Warren's was a touch quicker than Con in first, but obviously much further back, a second back from our leader. Going to take a lot of work to get up to his bumper with 21 laps to go. Opening up a little bit of lead. 6/10 over McKee is Con. Once again, let's take a look at our playoff battle. So we have Oaks, Warren's right, Luttrell, Rideout, Louder, Burke, and Schuessler. So right now, McKee's not in the mix, nor is Con. But Luttrell, Wright, Warren's, and Burke, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the playoffs. Oak is in 5th. Rideout 6th. Schuessler and Louder 7th and 8th. Warren's on the outside of right, looking to move up and charge forward a little bit. Comes a big run off the exit of 2. The 90 machine's gonna run the lower side or the middle side of the track. That Warren's was a little closer, but now this battling is allowing Con to get away. Con is checking out from the 15 of McKee and Luttrell. Luttrell's about to put some pressure on McKee for P2. $17 laps to go with the line. Warren's falling back. Like Oaks may have pitted and we missed it. On lap down. I don't see any damage on his truck. We'll check back in later. There's the man of the night so far, the 21 machine with bad vinyl, the 11 of Robert Kahn. He's won a bunch of races this season so far, but not in contentions for a championship. Or got Warren's coming down the pits right now, grabbing some stickies. Bolton on 4. Let's see next. Forward with Burke. See Warren's coming out. Crowd falls back a little bit from McKee. At this 21 machine here. He's coming down in the pits. Gets it wound up. He's got McKee with him. It's gonna kind of set the tone here to see if, you know, these drivers take 2 or 4 and what track advantage they get from it if they're able to maintain a good pit stop. But I mean, both drivers look to have entered relatively fast and well. Right side's up. Both drivers grabbing 4. And away they go. I believe that's Rideout in behind. I didn't see him squeaking. Obviously made up a bunch of time. Our new leader is the 00 of Luttrell with Burke in behind. Not sure if that 00 is going to try to make it the whole way, and the 95. They are the last 2 cars to pit, or not to pit. And Khan has set sail. Battle for the lead is the 00 and the 95. See, Luttrell's got a mirror full. Warren's dragging down. He splits the defense. That's Burke on the outside now. Didn't have that edge going into the last corner, but it looks like Luttrell is coming into the pits. Let's see what Luttrell's strategy is. Right side's up. Thinking with 10 to go, he's only bolting on 2. Nope, he bolting on 4. Burke is our last car, and maybe oh, here comes Burke now down pit lane. That should put Khan in first with Warren's in second. But Jordan is our current leader. Take a look at Jordan here. Being very gentle on the throttle. Unlikely that he's going to be able to make it, seeing as he's the only driver on that strategy right now. And he's coming down pit lane here. Does a good job. Burke on in a drag race with Khan. With 8 laps to go. Once they pass pit lane, they should be ahead of the 78 of Jordan. Can't see pit stop time for Burke just yet. But you see Khan and Warren's Oaks all took tires. Imagine Burke has at least taken 2, but Khan is in the hunt. At 95 is going to do everything he can to make sure that Khan doesn't get that run. But 7 laps is a long time to hold off somebody. There you go. Khan's got the run on the inside. The drag race down the front stretch. Still can't see the pit stop time. Looking like Burke either only took 2 in fuel or no, none in fuel. See if we can see the crossover here. Khan brushes the wall. Good job by both drivers avoiding further contact with that 21 machine, or 11 as you see the car number, has right front contact. Let's see if we can see any damage on the vehicle. I do not see any, so it looks like Khan might have got away unscathed with that contact on the wall. Fastest car on the track last time around was that 11 machine on your screen in Sportsman. Only 4 laps to go. Opening up a big gap now, over a second. And he's slowly inching away. It looks like Khan just has to hit his marks, and that'll be the deal. Done at Michigan International Speedway. The other question that we might have is Burke going to fall victim and lose his second spot to Warnes. Looking at the last 2 laps, Warnes has gained about 3 to 4 tenths per lap. Warnes running similar lap times to Khan. You can see also have a battle here with Luttrell and Rideout. Final lap race is official. Luttrell falls in behind Rideout. I don't know if Warnes has got enough here. Big run off the corner. Gonna get a run here. This is for playoff points. Gonna be able to clear, but here you can see the 21 coming into the frame, and the checkered is out. First to Khan, Warren second, Burke third, McKee fourth, Oaks fifth, Rideout sixth, Luttrell seventh, Wright eighth, Jordan ninth, Ridgway 10th, Pottle 11th, Schuessler and Lauder going to be 12th and 13th, and Henry is going in the pits. That's going to be a race for tonight. Crazy, crazy times. Crazyville. Lightning Esports season number 4, race 1 of round 2 in the playoffs. Our victor tonight not in contention for a championship, but does get it done. Showing these puppies how it do. Two cautions tonight. King of burnouts, Robert Kahn. Doing a great job tonight. Showing strategy, poise, and passion. That patience really paid off for him, as he's able to fall back and then claw his way back up to the field. We're going to take a quick little breather, and then we'll see what we can do for driver interior. All right, friends, we're back. Take a second to see if anybody wants to hop in for a post-race interview. Just rounding out our top three tonight was the 95 machine of Burke, currently in playoff contention. That he's going to finish second in points for the night. First in points is going to be that car in front of him, that 90 machine of Warren's. Great job by both of them doing the dance to get the playoffs all squared up for them. But the man of the night is going to be that 21 machine or 11 due to the vinyl mix up at the shop. Watched him start on the pole, fall back a little bit, be strategic, and pick his spots on the track and make safe passes. So that's our victor in the 11 machine, Robert Kahn. Take a look at our results one more time. So our victor here, you can see, is Robert Kahn in that 21. Warren's in second. Burke in third. McKee in fourth. Oaks fifth. Rideout sixth. Luttrell seventh. Wright eighth. Jordan ninth. Ridgeway 10th. Pottle 11th. Schuessler 12th. Lauder 13th. And Henry, unfortunately, suffered a mechanical finish. Next week, we are going to be heading to Phoenix at 7:45 p.m. EST. You can tune in on Speed Zone TV for that action for race number 2 of round 2, where we're going to be locking down 5 drivers for the finals on August 3rd, where we're going to be crowning a champion. Last season, we saw a wild card come in and, just get it done. So, hats off to our champ Luttrell last season. We are going to pull in the 95 for a quick interview. That's Sean Burke. Hey, Sean, Rob up in the booth. How you doing, buddy?
I'm great. How are you, Robert?
I'm pretty happy. Clean race overall. Only 2 cautions for the night. Maybe take us through what was your late strategy there. What did you bolt on for tires and fuel?
Yes, yeah. So the final pit stop, I just did a splash and dash. I took my tires early, my last set on that caution that came out probably with 30 to go.
Yep.
So I was just going to try and run the fuel tank out, hope it went green, and then do a splash and dash, see if it could work out. But just didn't have enough tire there at the end. I had 51%, which is pretty bad. But we'll take a P3. That was good.
I mean, this is, you're in contention for a championship, right? So it's about finishing better than the 7 other drivers that you're competing against. Finish second in the night for points in the playoffs, so that's got to feel good.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, we're looking good headed into Phoenix. Phoenix is not our best track, but I think this podium finish is going to help us get into that championship round.
Yeah, Phoenix is a challenging track because the 2 different corners and tire management is actually a huge factor going into, I guess, turns 3 and 4. Want to make sure that you save what you can going into that corner. Are you going to be doing much practice going into next week? Make sure you can seal the deal to get yourself a shot at the championship at Homestead?
We'll see. Probably about 30 minutes of practice.
Sometimes
right before the race.
Sometimes that's better than 0.
Yes, sir.
Sean, who do you want to give a shout out to for your P3 tonight?
Yeah, I just gotta thank you, thank Lightning Esports, RBS Racing. We had Fast Forward, and my new sponsor, Jackson Motorsports. That's my son, so he's giving me a piggy bank here. He's got about $15 in there, I think. So we're gonna take that a long way into Phoenix, and yeah. Thanks for the great broadcast, and this was a pretty, like you said, clean race. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, it's always nice when you have multiple grooves and then you have drivers just being respectful to each other, allowing you to race multiple grooves. But I mean, with Jackson Motorsports coming online there, that $15, that's a lot of iRacing server time if you think about it. So
We're moving on up. We're going to be on ESPN in no time, just one step at a time.
that's awesome. Well, I hope you all the best for this week, and when I chat to you next week when you're in the podium for Phoenix, you got all that practice in. We'll be talking to you then.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you for the good luck, and looking forward to next week. Have a good night.
Yeah, take care. That was our P3 finisher, Sean Burke, giving you the deets on Phoenix and found sponsorship. So that's going to be great to see, how that sponsorship plays out for him. We don't have any other drivers coming up for an interview right now. Hopefully they come out next week. But going to be at Phoenix, just like Burke said, 7:45 p.m. EST, Speed Zone TV. I'm Robert Warrens, bringing you all the action tonight. Super clean race, and I think when we duke it out for these 8 drivers and see how the chips fall and who's going to be the top 5 for battling for the championship, you're not going to want to miss next week. Make sure you're throwing a like on the broadcast, sharing it out to people, and send in some love. Anyhow, happy Sunday, everyone, and take care and be talking to you soon.